Welcome to the Militia Gaming community. I'm Trigger, and I really think Criterion and EA made a mistake with these DLC packs, but not in the way that you might think. Let's talk about it. Let's go. All right, first things first, to answer the question, are these DLC packs worth it? You need to be talking to the right people, and the people I want to talk to are the ones that have the extra cash, that are willing to spend the money on things like this, and they're just trying to figure out, is there enough value in these packs in order to actually spend the money? If you're pinching pennies to pay bills and you don't have the money, please do not spend your money on DLC products. Do not spend your money on gaming. Just work and take care of your family and your life. That's more important than buying things that are digital. These are just digital items that don't mean anything for anybody. So that's first things first. All right, let's get into these DLC packs, and then please stay to the end because I want to have a conversation that's a little bit bigger than all of this. And that's what I alluded to in the intro, is that I think they went wrong with these DLC packs, but I want to talk about that at the end of the video because you guys are actually here to see if these packs are worth it. So let's go through the packs first. We'll have the conversation at the end of the video. All right, the RoboJet swag pack is $14.99. That is a lot for a DLC, but let's see what exactly you get in this DLC. First off, you get a Legendary Customs Mazda RX-7. This thing is amazing looking. I don't know if it's $14.99, but it is amazing looking. I love the way it looks. The customization is on point. All of the little decals, the wrap, the styling of it is really cool. And this is one of the things I think Unbound has done very well, is they've come up with these completely custom rides, and they're just like, you just don't see these cars anywhere. So this is really cool. I actually really like the car on this one. You have effects and sounds that come with this pack as well. You got the Mecha Primavera tag, the Mecha sample, and the Mecha horn. All right, moving on to the clothing for this same RoboJets pack. You get a helmet, you get a jacket, you get a shirt, and you get pants. So I'll let you take a look at these. We'll spin the character around, and then we'll move on to your poses and banners. Now moving on to the character pose and the banner. So you get one character pose, which is legit the best pose in the entire game. And as you can see, the guy just takes off like a jet. I love it. It's the best pose in the game, hands down. You also get a new banner background called the robot banner. And you get these 6 stickers for your banner. You can pick one of these 6, but they give you 6 legendary stickers. These are not the coolest stickers, but they are legendary, and I think they fit the theme of this entire pack. So to actually figure out if this is worth the money, you have to value some of the things in this pack, and to me, the only thing really of value is the RX-7 itself, the Mecha Primavera tag, which is the visual effects that come with the car, and then maybe the horn, but I think there's some competing samples and horns, so I don't feel like the horn is that valuable. The clothing is okay, it looks great, don't get me wrong, but that's like the last thing that I'm interested in customizing personally. So if you care a lot about character customization and you like the clothing, then obviously there's more value there. But to me personally, $14.99 is a little bit too much for this pack, and I wouldn't purchase it if I wasn't a content creator. It's just not necessary for me. The RX-7 is cool, but I'm not paying $15 for it. I don't use the car enough for that. Let's move on to the Ford Mustang GT Legendary Custom Pack. This one is $9.99. You get a Legendary Customs Ford Mustang GT, which honestly looks insane, and then 10 Speed Pass levels. Now, to me, the Speed Pass levels thing is kind of stupid, and I'm not trying to poke fun or make fun of anyone at Criterion or EA, whoever decided that they should give 10 Speed Pass levels away. But the thing is, the speed pass is the thing that I want to play. This is the content that gives me a reason to come back and play the game and earn XP. And this is sort of the grind part that I really like. This is the part that I want to do. So I don't like that it gives me 10 speed pass levels for free, and that to me has absolutely zero value. In fact, it has almost negative value for this pack. So really what you're getting is only the legendary customs Ford Mustang GT, and to me $10 for a single car is just way too much, especially when you compare that to other games and other DLC cars. Let's move on to the Volume 3 Customs pack. It's $5.99 and you get 3 different cars that are reskinned. These are cars that are already in the game, but they have specific custom cosmetics that you can't get anywhere else in the game, and they have awesome custom wraps. These cars look absolutely amazing. The only one that's kind of meh is the Evo 10. I don't know, it looks like any other time you would customize the Evo 10. It just looks absolutely ridiculous. It's a great looking car, it just doesn't look special, if that makes any sense. But the Volvo 242 DL looks insane. It's a great off-road look for the car, and it makes me want to build that into a rumble build. I love the red headlights. That's just a giant bar going across the front of the car. It just looks insane, and especially at night just looks great. The 2016 Golf GTI is my personal car. I own that car in real life, so I absolutely love that car. The unfortunate part about it is that car is almost worthless in this game. Like, there's just not enough reason to use that car unless you buy this pack, which is exactly what I'm gonna do. Because I own the GTI in the game, I'm actually gonna use the GTI in game. I'm gonna force myself to do it. But to me, $5.99 for 3 different reskins is really not worth it if the reskins weren't awesome, but these ones are. I'd say Volume 3 Customs Pack, absolutely worth it, and the other 2 are really dependent on if you find value in some of those things. But for me personally, I wouldn't buy the RoboJet Swag Pack, I wouldn't buy the Ford Mustang GT Legendary, because I just don't use those cars enough. But the Volume 3 Customs Pack I love, and I think that the customization is there, and I think the pricing is right. So now let's get into the conversation I alluded to earlier in the video. There's something wrong with the way they introduce these packs. I really don't like how these packs sit outside of the Speed Pass. I think that these things that they are charging individually for just really should have been included with the Speed Pass. That's my biggest gripe with this. Not that it needs to be free. I think they should have charged $9.99 for the Speed Pass and then put these legendary custom things in the Speed Pass. It would have increased the value of the Speed Pass tremendously. Now, the overall value of these things to EA and to Criterion would have been significantly less. In fact, it would have been about $21 less per player. I think they would have seen a lot more purchases. Now, the community is already upset with the game, so you're gonna have those people that'll be like, what the heck? You gave us a Volume 3 update with a Speed Pass that we have to pay for, and this is supposed to be a free DLC. In some ways, I agree with that, but in others, I'm much more realistic. The idea that these game companies have to support these games for years after they've released it for completely free doesn't make sense to me at all. The Crew 2 is a great example. They've supported that game for 5 years straight, and they continuously put out content for that game. But that content is not free. Now, there is free content in there, but the content is getting paid for by the people who are buying all of the cosmetics and buying the extra bucks and buying the extra things so that they can get their cars and all of their stuff looking great. What the Crew 2 really has going for it is a weekly cycle of content and events to do. It has things to do in the game, and that's what the Speed Pass is for Need for Speed. The Speed Pass itself is just okay. But if you were to put all of these legendary custom cars and these reskin cars in the Speed Pass, people would have flipped if that Speed Pass went out and it was like $9.99. People would be complaining about the price, but they would have agreed that the pass itself was great. And that's what we should have done. Put all this stuff in the Speed Pass, make it $9.99, and leave it. That's what it should have been. I would love to have new content for this game every couple of months with a new pass. I would buy it, I would work my way through the Speed Pass levels, and it would be so fun to keep playing the game, because the game's core is great. It just doesn't have enough replayability, and that's what the Speed Pass adds. So anyways, I know a lot of you are going to disagree with me on this. You guys don't want microtransactions. You don't want to pay for anything. You want everything for free. Everything should just be given to you. But the reality is this is a business, and they have to make money if they're going to keep supporting the game. And if they don't make money, then we aren't going to see more content for the game. That's it. That's the bottom line. And what I would like to see is more content for the game. I want them to have a cycle that lasts us until the next game. And without your guys' support financially, they're not going to do it. So to sum up this entire video, I encourage people to spend at the very minimum the $5.99 on the Volume 3 Customs Pack. First of all, if you like the cars, obviously, but secondly, to support the game. If you like this game and you want to see more content, I suggest you pick one of these packs and make a purchase, because that money goes to Criterion and EA, and that sends the signal that you want more content. If you don't buy, then you're telling them basically that you don't like what they're putting out, and they're going to stop putting it out. So if you like the game, support it by buying one of these packs. And my suggestion is the Volume 3 Customs Pack, which is $5.99. All right, enough preaching. I need to stop. My voice is going out. I'm speaking way too emotionally for you. Let's end it here. Thank you guys so much for watching. Shout out to Heat 5 members. I will catch you on the next one. Trigger out.